My name is Kengo Yajima. I'm 23 years old, and it's been a year since I started working. Today, I'd like to share a story about a very irritating colleague I had. I've always been shy and timid since I was little. My only strength was hard working. My personality didn't change much in university. I studied hard without enjoying my university life. Because of my hard work, I got hired by a large IT company right after graduation. I began working in the sales department. There was another newbie in the department besides me. I'm Yujiro Kakagawa. Nice to meet you. Kengo Yajima. Nice to meet you too. Back then, I had no idea this guy would ruin my career. There was nothing unusual about Yujiro. He dressed his age and was always stylish, but not flashy. He has a personality that is the polar opposite of me. Let's go grab a drink, senior. You mean treat me to drinks, right? Yujiro was elegant and always knew how to joke around with even the senior employees. Because of his silver tongue and outgoing personality, he quickly adapted to the environment. Senior employees and our boss all liked him. However, on the other hand, you're Yujima, right? Could you please prepare the documents for the next meeting? Sure, I'll do it now. It felt like there was a wall between my colleagues and me. I was envious of how outgoing Yujiro was. I know it's impossible, but I wish I could become like him one day. But here came the problem. Our boss assigned a project to Yujiro and me. On the day of the project submission, I asked Yujiro if he was done. Oh, sorry, I totally forgot about it. I didn't do it, he said. As a result, our boss scolded both of us. Even though I finished my part, I also had to take responsibility because it was supposed to be teamwork. Since then, Yujiro has pushed me around and made me do extra work for him. Sometimes, he'd intentionally not give me the memos he got from our boss. I got in a lot of trouble because of him. Yujiro kept saying that he had forgotten, but I knew he was doing it on purpose. Then, the worst happened. One day, I was on the train home from work. My boss, Mr. Oyama, called me. I didn't pick up and sent him a message right away. Sorry, I can't pick up the phone now. I'm on the train. What did you want to talk to me about?
Are you kidding me? You really messed up this time!
Sorry, I have no idea what you're referring to.
Excuse me? Are you serious?
I'm sorry, but I really don't know what this is about. Did I do something wrong?
It's about MoniRobo Company! I said there was a meeting this afternoon and that you must attend, right?
Yes, it was to introduce our products.
I was tied up with other work, so I asked you to go instead of me, right?
Yes, but...
Stop making excuses!
Yujiro asked to go to the meeting.
What?
He asked me if he could go instead of me because he wanted to gain more experience.
I finished calling Yujiro. He said he didn't know anything about the meeting.
Can't be. Yujiro said he would call you to let you know about it too.
He had no idea about this. He said you must have misunderstood something.
That's not true. He did ask me.
I heard you had a habit of lying whenever you make a mistake. Is that right?
No, I don't have a habit like that. Did Yujiro tell you that?
Anyways, come back to the office now. You need to go to MoniRobo Company right away and apologize.
Okay, I'll come back now. I didn't know what happened, but I rushed back to the company anyway. Then I went to MoniRobo Company and apologized to them repeatedly. Then I went back to my company and got scolded by my boss. I ended up taking the last train and arrived home exhausted. The following day, I couldn't let yesterday's incident slide, so I went to confront Yujiro. What the hell happened yesterday? You said you wanted to go to the meeting. Not only did you not go to the meeting, but you also lied to the managers, saying that you didn't ask me to let you go to the meeting. I questioned him angrily, but he smirked as usual in reply. I don't recall asking you that. Can you prove that I said I wanted to go? He didn't take me seriously at all. I was trembling with anger and furious with his ridiculous attitude. But I couldn't argue with him because I had no evidence to prove it. He even went to our boss and said, Mr. Oyama, have you decided on the apology gift for yesterday's company?
No, I'm still thinking about what to bring.
Yujiro took out his phone and said, I thought so. I ordered a cake from a famous patissier. I'll go pick it up now if you think that's okay. After hearing that, our boss said,
You might be goofy, Yujiro, but you're brilliant. Good job. I'll treat you to dinner tonight.
He praised Yujiro. I couldn't believe Mr. Oyama praised Yujiro while I was being blamed for everything. There was nothing I could do to change that. I wanted to talk to Yujiro about it, so I messaged him after work. What have I done to you? Stop being so annoying. I told you I didn't know. You misunderstood it. How? You asked me explicitly. But it's pointless to argue about it now. What do you want then? Why do you keep making trouble for me when we were preparing documents last time? It's hilarious how overly self-conscious you are. You can't say it was all coincidental at this point. In fact, you seem to get things done just fine when you were not working with me. Why do you only make mistakes when I'm involved? Well, I didn't make mistakes on purpose. Plus, is it so bad if I did? Of course, that's terrible. Aren't we rivals, though? Rivals? What do you mean? For promotion. I want to get promoted and participate in bigger projects as soon as possible. You could do that if you work hard. Well, I care more about the result. But there's a much faster way for me to get promoted. What faster way? Hypothetically, if I have a colleague about the same age as me, doesn't it make me look better if my colleague is not good at what he does? That's why you've been causing trouble for me? I said hypothetically, okay? Don't get serious. So that's the reason he's been trying to hold me back. Why can't he just work hard and get the results he wants? Good thing is that now I know that I've underestimated his shadiness. After that, people close to Yujiro started to act weird in front of me. In addition to that, I even started to feel that they were staring at me and whispering about me. I was bewildered. Then I overheard a conversation between a senior employee and Yujiro in the break room. Are you serious? Yeah. One of my classmates from university knows Kengo. The story Yujiro told was ridiculous. He was spreading rumors about me, saying I had a criminal record. Voyeurism and stalking, to be specific. Of course, it was not true. I wanted to correct him. Because I was still new, I didn't have credibility among my colleagues. The rumors spread quickly. I knew complaining to Yujiro at this point would not change anything. It became very uncomfortable for me to go to work. It felt so painful just being there. In hindsight, I should have sued Yujiro for defamation. But I didn't have enough energy to do so. I ended up leaving the company after a few months. Did you really submit your resignation letter? Yeah. Seriously? It was so difficult to get a job at such a big company. You're stupid to quit after only a few months. Isn't this what you wanted? I'm quitting anyway, so can you be honest for once? Fine, I admit I tried to destroy your reputation before. But I didn't know you'd quit so soon. You'd be much more helpful in improving my reputation if you stayed longer. Sorry I won't be able to fulfill your wish. Nah, it's okay. I was wrong about you. I thought you had the guts to fight back a little. Finally, I'm talking to the real Yujiro. But there's nothing I can do about you now. The real question is, what are you going to do now? What do you care? Don't be so harsh. I'm worried about you. How do you tell a lie so effortlessly? I should learn from you. Well, no matter how good you are at studying, you'll realize that you can't use most of the knowledge in the real world. It's all about communication skills in the end. You shouldn't have to go through so much trouble if you simply worked hard. That's stupid. Why do I have to break a sweat if I can do it more efficiently? Smart people always find the shortest route and follow it without hesitation. Like causing trouble for your colleagues? Yeah, something like that. Thanks to your poor work performance, Mr. Oyama now has high hopes for me. Cool. Hope to never see you again. Yeah, good luck. I was so frustrated that I started crying. I couldn't fight back when Yujiro humiliated me in front of the whole company. Life was tough after quitting my job. I gained weight due to binge eating and drinking. But I knew I couldn't stay sad forever, so I started to look for a new job. I was a new graduate and quit my previous job after a few months, so I didn't make a good impression at job interviews. I was struggling to secure a job offer. Then I had an interview at this company and explained the reason for my resignation.
That must have been very hard for you. Don't let it bring you down.
One of the interviewers was very kind to me. She gave me a job offer right after. On my first day at the new company, hi, my name is Kengo Yajima. This is my first day, and I look forward to working with you all. I was so nervous that I stuttered when introducing myself. I was also worried about meeting new colleagues because of what happened at my previous company. But 6 months had passed. All my nervousness and anxiety vanished, and I did well at work. My colleagues were all very friendly and willing to teach me. I was surprised by how easy it was for an unsociable person like me to adapt to a new environment. My boss also entrusted me with more challenging work than my previous job. I love my job wholeheartedly. I wasn't hired during the hiring season, but my salary was not less than my previous one. My new company also had far better benefits than the last one. Everyone says it's all thanks to the company's chief operating officer, Miss Nanako Kasuga. She's the one who maintains such a positive working environment. And she's the interviewer who was very kind to me in my job interview. I was surprised when I found out she was actually the COO. Miss Kasuga is a career woman in her early 30s. She made remarkable achievements and got promoted the fastest in the company. 3 years had passed since I joined the company. I'm still working diligently under Miss Kasuga. One day, Miss Kasuga told me about an upcoming project.
I'm working on a new project and need extra hands. I'd love to have you on board.
Miss Kasuga told me an important business deal was coming up, and the big boss had high hopes for it. The counterparty was the company I used to work for. Of course, I was grateful to participate in the project and had no reason to refuse. But I somehow had a bad feeling that something might happen. And my premonition often comes true.
What? Kengo?
It's been a while. Yujiro and my former boss were both at the business meeting. I didn't expect to see you again at a business meeting. Such a small world. Yeah, unfortunately. Hey, don't be so cold. We used to work hard together after all. Work hard together? Anyways, why did you message me? Oh yeah. What do you think about the terms? Well, I don't know if we could meet your expectation. It's up to Miss Kasuga. So, do you think you could convince her to meet our request? What do you mean? It's a pretty big deal, right? Mr. Oyama and I must prevent it from going sideways at all costs. Right. So I'm asking you to tilt the deal in our favor. I can't do that. I'm just an assistant. I'm just asking you to push the deal a little. Well, you're probably too incompetent to do that anyway. I won't help you even if I could. Have you forgotten what you did? Are you still holding grudges against me? Not really. It's just, I simply don't want to help you. Did you tell your boss that we didn't get along? No. I don't mix business with personal feeling. Yeah, that's what I thought. You're as hardworking as ever. You deserve a round of applause. I know you're mocking me again. A few days later, we had another business meeting to negotiate the deal. Yujiro said to Miss Kasuga, "Wow, I didn't expect you to be so young, Miss Kasuga. I heard you're the youngest chief operating officer in your company. That's so impressive." This type of flattery must be Yujiro's usual trick. He continued, "You're not only beautiful, but exemplary at work. I get nervous talking to you." He's always been a master of ass-kissing and flattery. Miss Kasuga kept a straight face and said,
Thank you very much. You flatter me. I'd expect nothing less from a salesperson.
Then she walked past Yujiro. Yujiro was obviously not happy with her response. I bet it's hard to work with a subordinate like Kengo, isn't it? He's the kind of employee who quits after a few months. Yujiro started to target me. Mr. Oyama, who was standing next to him, added,
Yeah, he quit before he became useful to the company. We wasted too much effort and money trying to teach this guy. Our company should have asked him to pay it back.
I didn't know why Mr. Oyama decided to join Yujiro. Maybe they were just trying to tease me, but what they said hurt me a lot. It reminded me of the worst days of my life. Miss Kasuga glared at them, smiled, and said,
Yeah, I'm calling off the deal. Let's forget about it.
Her explosive announcement shocked everyone in the meeting room, including me. None of us could process what had just happened. Miss Kasuga continued at her own pace.
First of all, Mr. Yajima is a valuable member of our team. Maybe you want to think twice before insulting him. Secondly, no matter how much you think you know Mr. Yajima from his previous job, we're here today for business. Since you decided to act unprofessionally during our meeting, I have no choice but to reconsider our cooperation. Let me make this clear. I really don't appreciate you openly insulting my colleague like that.
Yujiro and Mr. Oyama panicked and desperately tried to salvage the situation.
Wait, this deal is also important for your company, right? That's right! You can't just call it off that easily! Both sides will lose money!
Mr. Oyama did have a point.
Actually, I have received offers from other companies. So I'm going to make deals with them instead. You don't have to worry about us. By the way, I'll make a complaint about your behavior to your boss.
Miss Kasuga is as good as I expected. Then we left the meeting, leaving Yujiro and Mr. Oyama staggered. I couldn't thank Miss Kasuga enough. Later, I heard Yujiro and Mr. Oyama were scolded by their boss. They were held responsible for the deal falling apart. They were both transferred to the countryside due to their poor performance at work. Technically, they were abandoned. They'll probably never be promoted again. Miss Kasuga and I became close and started dating, and we got married in the end. But that's a story for another time. Framing people for personal gain is never a good idea. Now I'm more certain that the things we do to others will always come back to us.